Hi, everyone. It's Rita. Welcome to Shine Your Inner Light. This channel is set up to share things that come to me through the Akashic Records, or I explore through the Akashic Records of things. The Akash used to be an element, the ether element that used to be referred to with the other four. So you can look that up. You can do your own research. In the Bible, the Akashic Records are referenced in the Book of Life. And the presence that I have with the Akash is that it's a vibrational energy that holds history and information, and things are changing on the planet. So a lot of us can access that space now. And I studied with Dr. Linda Howe, who channeled a beautiful prayer called the Pathway Prayer Process. And I can feel a vibrational shift in my body when I read it. I'm up in Sedona, Arizona, and I am kind of exploring different things with crystals. And not to really use crystals like a tool, but to know in essence that we are very much like the crystal with crystalline energy, and working with the crystal, we can make connections with different things that we wish to, and it reminds us really of who we are. So a lot of people have forgotten like how powerful they are. And especially right now, I think it's really important to take time every day and kind of call back in your power. I've been doing that in the morning. And it just feels amazing. Simone Wright, who's an amazing intuitive, if you look her up, she's got a calling back your power meditation that's very powerful. I've opened up the Akashic Records of this Amethyst point, and I was just kind of drawn to it this morning, and I just felt really compelled to connect with it. So, and I was hearing, which is on clairaudient, I was hearing that as I was opening the records, I was hearing, it's like, what this reminds me of is the Statue of Liberty. And she's holding that torch. And so, anyway, it has that sort of energy of, to me, I think of, I'm feeling it like freedom and opportunity that's available to all of us. And we can call on all those connections that we have, known and unknown, that are supporting our highest good. So as we take time to be creative every day and realize how much we are part of creating our own reality, crystals can be very helpful in reminding us of our essence and our creativeness and our power. I have a funny kind of story, but it's funny now because everything's okay. But my dog, when I first got this, he never really chews on anything except these Nyla bones, and toys and stuff that I get him. And he's not really actually a big chewer anyway, right? But and I've always had my crystals out, kind of I'll have them on the floor near an altar or whatever I have set up, right? Anyway, I was walking him one day and I noticed he just like plopped down. I was talking to a friend of mine and I'm like, something's wrong with Oliver. And so when I came back into my condo in Scottsdale, he had thrown up, and in there was like this little glass. And I was like, what is that? What did he eat? Because he's not like, he's not like this Hoover dog that you have to keep things from him, right? Well, I realized he had chewed on this amethyst point that I had gotten down at the Tucson Gem Show. And I got really freaked out because it was I think it was a Friday afternoon. It might have actually been a Saturday. Anyway, the timing, like my vet was closed. The closest vet that was open that they referred me to was like 45 minutes away. And I called them, and because he wasn't in their history, they wouldn't tell me anything over the phone. And I didn't want this to go through him. So I started researching online, like dog eats crystal. Well, guess what? You know, if you want a blog post that's going to get a lot of attention, there's no blog post about dog eats crystal. I guess that maybe I should create one, right? But what I did learn online, and you can do your own research if this ever comes up for you, but that they did have some stuff with dogs eat glass. And so when a dog eats glass, you really don't want them to throw up. And you really want to give them some stuff that kind of coats it, doesn't block it, but kind of absorbs it or shelters it as it moves through their system. And when I asked the vet about this, they were just kind of like, I said, do you have anything that you would give to him that would do that? You know, like some sort of fiber or something, right? And they were like, no. And so I thought, you know, I'm just going to do this on, I felt guided. I listened to myself, which I think we all should do right now. We should do that every day, but you know, go into your heart space, listen to yourself. And what I got was, you know, like, you know, I had potatoes there. So I boiled some potatoes and I made a little bit and just feed him little bites of stuff and keep an eye on him, you know. And I actually called this other vet place that was a little closer, and the woman, I told her what I was going to do, and she was just like, well, you can't come to us at the last minute, you know, and have they wanted to operate on him and like cut this out of him, right? Actually, they wanted to cut him open and probe for it. So, because they said it wouldn't show up on an x-ray. They would try an x-ray, but they didn't think it would show up. So, you know, and I was like, dude, this is your time to go, and you're going to chew a crystal and go, of all things, right? I've already told him he can't die in front of me. So anyway, but so everything's fine. Like, it passed through him. I didn't actually see what it was. If he was, obviously he had thrown up some stuff. So maybe that was all, you know, that, and maybe it was the sodium on this, but I always think of him as walking around with a little amethyst crystal energy in him. So what does this crystal want to tell us? I'm mirroring back to you your perfection. And if you take time to look at me, this is the crystal. If you take time to look, you'll see how I've absorbed stuff, like of the growth. And how it shows up. And all crystals are unique, like you, humans. And there's different lines and stuff in here based on the growth and the experiences along the way. And you all have that. You have that's how your energy works through your body. We're all different. And we all hit these like little spots, and then we have little bursts of growth. And that's how we grow with the contrast each of us experiences. And I'm hearing it's kind of got feminine energy, and I feel like she is saying, you know, like, just sit and hold her. And the amethyst is calming. It has this amethyst has a beautiful vibration to it. Sometimes I can feel the energy on crystals. It's very strong, which is why I bought this one. And I'm hearing that each crystal will resonate with you. So you can do it with the hand, or just try to feel it in your body, or what you experience when you look at a crystal, to see if it's a crystal that you should spend time with and work with. I'm also hearing like this type of crystal is delicate, but also solid and strong, like us. We're all delicate and vulnerable, I guess, in different ways. But we also have a deep strength and power within us. And so they're reminding me, because I noticed, I was like, oh, I put a lot of stones on this morning. I've got like a choker of Herkimer diamonds, and then this piece I picked up. It's a lot of the quartz is rutilated. I got this in Vietnam, and this is a floating pearl I got in Tahiti. And then I got this in New Orleans. It's an equal cross. It's how the cross used to be. This cross, the equal cross creates a strength in our body that the offset cross takes away from us. You can do some kinesiology on that if you like. And then this piece I bought from an artist, healer who was on the beach in Tulum when I was down in Tulum with my mom. He was wearing it and he was so cute because when I bought it, I said, "Can I buy that? I'm really resonating with that one." And I didn't take it off for over a year. I love it. I got drawn to wear it again. It's got amethyst and jade and some citrine and pieces. So he's like, "Yeah, you can buy this one." And he's like, "Now you have some of my energy." He was so cute. He's a really powerful little guy. So just really beautiful inside and out. So anyway, so I just told them about my stones. Oh, the same about the earrings. Okay, these are from Tahiti as well, but I didn't. I got these in DC. They were a gift, actually. So it's telling me like right now is actually a good time to think of some different life experiences that have been positive for you. Like to go back in these different time spaces where you had really positive experiences with people or animals or the environment and kind of sit and kind of like be in that energy. It's loving. It feels good. I'm hearing like often we'll go into spaces where we start thinking of more negative things and we can get in a spiral with that. And it's better to reverse the spiral and actually intentionally think about things that brought joy and happiness and love in your life. And really kind of sit in that energy. And I'm also hearing like it's good to have a picture or an image of yourself when you were at your peak, when you were at your strongest and happiest and healthiest. And I've got an image in my mind that I go back to frequently of my second visit to South Africa. And I'm at a friend's guest house, and there's a whole group of people I don't know making, and some I do know, making Christmas cookies in December when it's hot, So it's kind of fun too to have this memory of Christmas when it's a different type of temperature because I'm from the Northeast. So I got raised in an environment where Christmas was like cold. So I'm also like, I'm hearing, like there's some translucentness to us. And we are multidimensional beings. And to be very present with scenarios and things that are coming forward where it's almost like these deja vu experiences, or you actually have a strong remembrance of something and then there's actually facts that don't represent that, or, those things that kind of sometimes make you think you're crazy or you're losing your mind. These are actually times when we are moving through these different dimensions. And I was asking about this in my Akashic Records the other day, and with the message that came back was, we only have this moment. So make the focus be this moment, not tomorrow or, like what this project's going to look like 50 years from now, or because this moment is what you have, So if today didn't exist, because it doesn't, like yesterday really doesn't exist, does it? Like really be present with the fact that tomorrow doesn't exist, and you've got these masters that say, they try to talk to you about the present moment of the I exist and I exist here. And there's so much power in just owning your sovereignty and your space and your own happiness. You're responsible for your own happiness. And that's probably never more evident to any of us than it's been, like in the last year or so. So focus on those things that bring you joy and happiness. Crystals are one. I appreciate being able to share this amethyst with you. So it's telling me like the amethyst energy is around like the power of the purple. There's a lot of energy and colors. So think of this as amethyst as being powerful because it's the purple color. Think of it as helping you to own your power, own your space, but there's also a lot of love associated with that. Just because we're powerful beings does not mean we are not also incredibly loving beings, right? So, and my saying for a long time is to whom much is given, much is expected. And that goes with power and sovereignty. Like when you own that space, you also operate from a place, or you can operate from a place of compassion and love. And my experience is being compassionate and loving creates infinite possibilities. So as we shine our inner light, we'll see and look for the light in others. It's reflected back. We're all connected. It's a really beautiful thing. And thank you for watching this video. If you like some of the shares, we're actually working on a documentary with energy fields. And I've got a project I'm doing with crystals, and that'll be more for businesses that work with other people, and so more will come forward on that. But I'll just leave you with this, and wish you a fantastic weekend. All right, take care.